Alright, hello and welcome to episode 4 of my playthrough of Plexiglass Mountain. Today, we're going to continue on kind of along the lines of what we said we were going to do at the end of last episode, but after doing some more research, I kind of figured out that there isn't a real good way of, or doubling any of the raw stuff, right? Like if we look at raw iron, right? If we right click it, most of these recipes tend to be, especially like the things that we have access to at the moment, like unless we do mechanism, but then we need to deal with oxygen, right? None of this is really doubling. Everything early game is kind of like just getting 1 out of it. Besides the melter, which gets us 1 and 3 nuggets. Create doesn't give us another one, but that has some other cool things that we're going to talk about in a little moment. The other option would be using thermal. I mean, this is the same thing, right? Like pulverizing iron gives us, oh, that's actually probably not a bad way to go. Gives us 1 with a 25% chance for an extra 1 and an extra 5% chance for some other dust. But I don't know, I don't want to get into tech this early. I'm having kind of fun just playing up with other things, and I figured Create is probably a fun way to go, and it also has something interesting as well. So we can obviously process our raw iron or whatever straight into it. But if we look at the recipe for the crushed iron ore, this can be smelted. But something cool that we can see here, right? So if we wash it, it turns into 9 nuggets, which is the same as just smelting it, right? That's 1 ingot. But we also get an extra chance for like extra stuff like redstone and stuff like that. And if we look at gold, should be able to see the same thing. It gives us an extra chance for, so you'll get a 50% chance for quartz. Does copper give us anything cool? Washing gives us 50% chance for clay. I don't know if we have something for, like, if there's something like that for all of them. Washing, so you see we get gunpowder from that one. So it's not exactly doubling, but it is kind of cool to play with. What do you give me? No, you just go straight to nuggets, it's just 1 to 1. Or the other option we could do, right, since we have access to, because we have like, you know, like the boss mobs that we have now in this mod pack that have been in the previous couple ones we have some books. I've also got Silk Touch. Now that's kind of cool for a couple reasons. Mainly because if we look now at the ore blocks instead, right, that's where things actually open up. If we have our ore blocks, we can do some like legitimate or doubling if we look at one of these recipes. If I left click, no, right click it, sorry. Yeah, so here, if we crush that, it gives us, it's a, what's that, the 75% chance for an extra 1. We get some cobblestone and we get more experience out of it, and then both of these we get redstone as well. Pulverizing gives us a guaranteed 2 with a double the chance for nickel, which is kind of cool. So that's like guaranteed doubling. Crushing does the same thing with immersive engineering. But I do want to play around with Create. I think Create's going to be kind of fun, at least to start with, before we get into actual ore doubling. Because I think I might want to use this as like a, trying to figure out how to make like a boring tool with it for mining. Especially this early on where like I don't have really access to hammers. I kind of want to avoid using a hammer for a while. I want to play around with Create since I don't really get much of a chance to a lot of the time because tech mods are just kind of overpowered. But I think that's going to be the main plan for today. Besides that, we have a couple of crafting that we want to do because if you look at my inventory, we've got the 3 Wilden Wings we need, and we've also got a ton of sauce berries, right, that we planted at the end of last episode. So there's a few things we can craft, right? First of all, new foods, always. We can get a sauceberry pie, that's nice. We've got a bunch of wheat. So normally we can get bread, which does okay healing, but this, if we make sauceberry rolls, it's the same sort of a crafting recipe, except we use sauceberries as well. Gives us more food, more saturation, and we get mana regen. So at least for these early days when we're still using Ars Nouveau for a ton of stuff, sounds like a good time. And the other thing is, let's get in my backpack. Grab that thing out. We want to go here. because we can finally unlock Leap, which is, I think, going to be a fun time. And we can experiment with this thing. Beautiful. So, let's have a look. Let's make a new spell on spell 7, apparently. We want to go on ourself. We want to do Leap and then Amplify at once. It's like a jump. It should make like traveling around relatively quick for us. At least over these short distances with the amount of mana that we have. And obviously we could make it better. I don't know that we need to. But we do need to be careful about fall damage as I like send my face into the earth. But it's kind of cool. At least for like these early days when I don't have any way of running around quickly. There's no overpowered armors. And of course, it wouldn't be one of my Minecraft episodes if we didn't have to sleep right at the start. So let's do that. And we'll come back and we'll talk about Create, I think. All right. So we've flattened out this area over here. We just filled it in with some dirt. Just kind of like anticipating the fact that I was going to play around with this mod. So we want to play with Create, right? This is kind of a fun mod, right? Everything works based off of actual kinetic energy, which is a really fun mechanic. As far as I know, the first thing that we kind of want to start with before we go into like windmills and stuff, because there are different ways of, if we go to @create, and then I look up kinetic, there are different ways that we can generate kinetic force. Like water wheels is one of them that we can generate, which is probably what we're going to start with. I know windmills are a thing. I don't know where it is. Windmill there. Is another one that we can do. There is a brass thing that uses, a furnace engine, I think it is. Can create some minor electric motors. We can use electricity apparently as well. How does this work? That can create rotational force. That's what it's called, rotational force. So to start with, I think we're just going to do water wheels, but there's going to be some interesting crafting here. I'd hope I have all the stuff for this, because if we don't, I'm actually going to be quite annoyed. So we want to make a water wheel. To make a water wheel, we need a large cogwheel, which we can do, right? It's just buttons and wood, but we need andesite alloy, which we don't have at the moment, which is easy enough to make. It's just zinc nuggets and andesite, which means we need to process up some of this zinc. Let's grab that. I'm actually going to do something here that's going to make our lives, or my life, a bit better. I'm going to grab 5 of that. Let's grab some wood. And I'm also going to need sticks, which I have in my inventory. I need cobblestone then. Bang. Going to make myself a hopper. And a lever. And that's the other way around. Bang. Because I'm a lazy person, and I'm going to stand here, we're going to go, actually I need a second hopper. We're going to put a hopper on top of that. We're going to put our zinc into there. Let's grab all of our zinc. Now I want to put stuff into there at multiples of 3, don't I? So what did I have? I had 16. I don't think that's actually a multiple of 3, is it? It's late for me. I cannot do maths. 16 is not a multiple of 3. 17, 18. 18 is though. And then we can go 3 up in there. Because otherwise we're going to end up with nuggets, and ending up with nuggets isn't going to be fun for us. So I'm just going to do it this way because, we actually had like perfectly in the amount. This is full. Now we made a lever, because what I can do is if I go there and there, I can turn a lever on there, and that should automatically make the faucet do its job. And now underneath the faucet, I need a second hopper, so I need more iron. I may as well just keep that on me. And we are still like chronically low on materials. We need to like find a good way of mining, and soon, which is kind of why I want to get into Create as quick as possible. That's that. Did I need, and I'll probably make a chest. Just any old chest. This chest is just going to go bang right there. And then we're going to hop up from the base into it. And bang, we've got some automated ore doubling, kind of, not really, at the cost of coal. But it's working. We can grab some of this zinc now. We can turn that into nuggets. And then we can grab our andesite. Let's just make as much of it as we can because we will end up using all of it. And when I say we'll use all of it, we will use all of it because this stuff gets pricey pretty quickly. Let's grab the rest of that. Let's make 27, 32 buttons. And you may ask yourself, why are you making so many of these? Because, like I said, we're going to use them, all right? Don't question me. I know what I'm doing, kind of, not really. Oh, never mind that noise. I need to close that down. I just got an email. Close. Bang. Let's make a bunch of planks. Sure, a stack in a bit. Because we want to make 1, 2, 3 water wheels to start with. We're probably going to want to make some shafts. We got large cogwheels, so we probably want to make just regular cogwheels. Which are, what are these? Incomplete cogwheel. Oh, that's right, from sequence to assembly. That's kind of cool. That's still a thing in here. What, place it? Is that cheaper? No, it's not cheaper. You have to do it 4 times. I want to make you by hand. I need more buttons. Bang. Sure, we'll make 16 of you. Apart from that, we're probably going to want to make, because we eventually want to get ourselves over here to mechanical crafters, right? And we're going to want to make a ton of these. So we're going to kind of just get ourselves set up with like the basics. I need logs, of course I need logs. Of like the create stuff, just here quickly crafting everything up. Andesite and large. What's an encased cogwheel do? I have no idea what an encased cogwheel does. And I lost my train of thought. I wanted to make a mechanical press. Make those. My inventory is full already. I need to get rid of some stuff. Gunpowder and eggs can go in there. Plants go into that chest. Alright, that's enough. Cool, we did that. I need a block of iron. Yikes. Mechanical press is usually where you want to start. We'll make it deeper. It's probably not necessary to make that. That's cool. Oh, actually, we can use a millstone, can't we? Doesn't millstoning ores still work? I know it does in some mod packs, but I don't know if we can actually use it for ores. We can make cobblestone out of it. Doesn't seem like it. A millstone is usually what I'd do, but I think that's all in like different questing mod packs where like it requires you to do other things. Okay, well that doesn't work. We want to do that. Mechanical press. It's probably what we want to start with, right? Because we want to make plates. Because we want to get to mechanical crafter. Can I make one of you straight away? No. Because I need brass plates and we don't want to make brass. That means we have to do superheated mixing. Oh god. Okay, there's more to this than I remembered apparently. We need a blaze burner. Alright, cool. So we need to travel to the nether apparently. Eventually, actually relatively soon, because we're going to want to make stuff out of brass. Before this day gets over. Cool. So we want that. What else do we need to make you? That's all fine. Electron tubes. I need quartz anyway. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. That works for that. We can also change our farm over there to be automatic, which would be kind of nice as well. That'd be kind of cool. And we could do it with... Oh, that would be really cool. Okay, we can do an auto farm later. All right, ideas are popping into my head. All right, guys, ideas are popping into my head. I didn't go into this completely blind. What are you saying? How dare you? No, I'm lying. I did go into this kind of completely blind. I had no real plan. I just kind of figured out that, hey, I wanted to play with Create, so let's do that. Alright, so I know for a fact we're going to want a blazing burner. So let's make that. I can't make plates, which is why we are making this water wheel stuff. We have an infinite water source here. So let's do some building. Doesn't that sound like a good time? Water wheel, hey? So we're going to go up one block. We're going to go water wheel, water wheel, water wheel. 3 of them in succession like that. Going to make a enclosure around this so water doesn't run everywhere. I'm making that out of wood for the time being, but I probably don't want it to be wood in the future. I think I go there with this line, don't I? And then this goes there. Right, and then what I do is I put water here. And if I've done that right, things should start spinning. Nice. Without this being glass is actually kind of hard to tell. What I want to check is the water's going to flow out. Yeah, water's flowing and pushing it in the right direction on all sides. Beautiful. Need one more bucket of water after this one. And one more. Alright, we spent a lot of time, like, talking and stuff, hey? But sweet, that works. I'm just going to put a shaft there. That's going to go to a large cogwheel, which is going to go to a small cogwheel. And then onto that, I'm going to put my mechanical press. Are you one too high? No, I think you're at the right height. Bang. And this is how this mod works, right? Everything works with a rotational force. Instead of using like RE, like electricity or stuff, RF rather, like electricity and things, everything has to work with rotational force. And stress does become a thing, which I think we'll probably experience in the near future once I've hooked up too many things to these water wheels, but we will deal with that when we get to it. Let's sleep real quick and we'll come back. I just wanted to do that. We made iron sheets. These things are used for crafting in Create, as you can tell. We can make chutes. We can... What is that? A slot seal. These filling machines with multiple input slots. Yeah. Enforced. This is like from other mod stuff, is it? But we are using it in Create a rolling mill. What's a rolling mill do? Rolling metals into rods and wires. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Yeah, we're making iron plates because we wanted to make the empty blazing burner. This works like a hammer does realistically. You can either right-click stuff on it or you can just throw it on there. And since it's already got rotational force and stuff, it will automatically kind of just hammer anything that's underneath it on a deeper, which is why I made that. I think you can do it on regular blocks, but you need to have like a redstone signal or something. I think. I actually don't. Oh, no, you just have to throw it underneath. That's cool. But the reason I have the, the Matic doesn't do it. The depot there is just because you can right click stuff onto it and like it holds inventories and stuff. So you can do multiple stacks and not worry about it, disappearing, which is kind of cool. Man, this has kind of derailed me. I was really hoping to do this for ore processing and stuff, but realistically, it's not that great, is it? So we might abandon that idea and go with thermal for that sort of stuff. But instead of going the crushing wheel, mechanical and all that path, we might just make a farm. Right? So we're going to want to make some other things, which is going to be even cooler. So let's make a new farm over here. I'm going to prepare a space for it really quick and we'll be back and talk about how we want to plan our way around this in a second. Okay, so I made a space over there. We're going to work on the farm, I guess, which is going to be kind of beneficial to us because we'll be able to generate source and stuff a bit closer. So we're pretty much going to transfer that entire setup up here instead, I think is going to be the smart way to do it. And we're going to use Create for all of it. So Create, you can do like machines and stuff like that, right? It just works off of rotational force and different things like components, right, of the machine. If we look here, the mechanical harvester is the thing that we're going to be wanted to use. But Create, I don't think I actually even explained this. Create has this cool way, instead of having a book like we do for Ars Nouveau, right, where we like have to go in here and read a bunch of things. Create instead has the pondering system, which is amazing. So let's say we want to learn how the mechanical harvester works, which is what we're going to be using anyway. We hold W on it and it brings us to this screen. And it does exactly that. It does what the book would explain. It explains it to you with an animation. And you have your multiple steps here down the bottom, and you can kind of skip between them and see how it works. So you can see here, we can read along. Whenever the harvesters are moved as part of an animated contraption, they will harvest and reinsert mature crops on their way. Nice. So it'll break down mature crops and plant them back. Inventories can be attached to the contraption, and they will be dropped into it instead of dropping it on the ground, which is kind of cool, right? So that's what we're going to want to use. We're going to want at least 4 of these, to be honest with you, which is going to be expensive. I don't know if we have the materials for it. Our zinc should be nearly done. A limiting factor here will actually... wow, how do I only have 11? I thought for sure we would have way more. Our limiting factor is probably going to be andesite because we don't really have a whole lot. We've got another 35. Bang. That works. Now, I don't know if Create works with different inventories, like better crates or whatever, but it shouldn't matter actually. What we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're probably going to want some barrels, which we can make in our inventory. We'll make like 2 of them. That'll probably be plenty. We don't need to worry about the deployer because this is just going to replant anything anyway, which is nice. We have to generate rotational force, right? I think the way that I would normally do this... What's a clockwork bearing? No, that's not going to work for us. It's probably just a windmill bearing. You can probably do this with the water wheel. It's just running the power to it is going to be kind of interesting. And I don't want to deal with that. So I think we probably want to go with a windmill bearing, which means we'll probably need to make sail frames. And now, I don't know if sail frames will actually give us rotational force. So let's favorite that. We might need to make actual sails, but we can deal with that once we cross. We can cross that bridge once we come to it, hey? We want that. And I think that's all realistically we need to make this work. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Let's do some crafting, right? We're going with a windmill bearing, which means we need a round table. Bang. Windmill bearing, nice. We're going to need actually a slime ball on us, and we'll talk about that in a moment. I want mechanical harvesters. That's 2. I want an extra 2 of those, right? Because this is going to dictate the size. I need more iron plates. The mechanical harvester is going to dictate the size of the farm. So 4 is just like the max distance that I do at the moment, just because it's really easy to work around a single... Oops. I did not want to craft those. Do I need 2 more? I do need 2 more, actually. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, all of our iron is gone. So if there's anything that requires more iron, we are screwed. Yeah, because it's really easy to work around one water source, which is handy. Handy dandy. Cool, that's going to work there, mechanical harvester. Now, they did say that there was a mod that added compatibility with, what was it? It was in here, wasn't it? Mod content. No, farming crops. No, there was something that we were reading. I forget where it was. Ars Nouveau. It's probably in here. Was it the one that said create? Is there one that says create? Create. Ars create lets you attach certain Ars Nouveau items to contraptions. Yeah, so we should be able to do this actually quite nicely. Because what I want to do is put on the what's this item called? The thing that collects a source from things that are growing. This bad boy right here, the agronomic source link. I want to have that connected to the machine, so that we're collecting source as things are growing around it. Cool. We got that. We got these. We got 4 barrels. We got some building blocks. Let's build it out of these logs. We got a windmill bearing. That should be everything. Yeah, that should be everything. Cool. All right, so let's grab a bucket of water and find a space. I will probably need to grab something else, but I am silly. And let's set up the basics. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place our bucket down. Actually, is this going to work because of the water being there? Yeah, it should be fine. I want to waterlog a half slab. I think I'm going to place the windmill bearing above it. Why are you placing like that? There we go. Oh yeah, we need to make the wrench. Alright, either way. And we're going to till out the rest of this. We've got to be careful, right? Because this is going to spin in a circle. The corner block will never actually get touched, so we don't want to put anything there. That can go there. Bang. Let's build out this area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the corner block that doesn't get touched with the harvesters. Cool, that'll work. So like minimum 8 sales are required. All right. Now on top of this, we probably actually want to put, I think it's just called a bearing. Is it just called a mechanical bearing? What do you do? No, you use rotational force. Okay, so let's build this out because we are quickly running out of time. What I want to do is I'm going to place blocks off of this because the harvesters won't actually place directly off of the windmill bearing. We want to go there, bang. That's going to go there. I've actually probably got to keep these blocks here. Now that's attached to the windmill. I should be able to put these blocks and these will all be attached as well. We need our sails as well. Damn. I'm like full forgetting how I normally build this, hey. We got the basics down. We got that. We got the harvester. Leave it with me for a couple minutes and let me have an actual proper think about this, eh? Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, this should work. Okay, let's make some sails and let's test, hey? I just want to get this thing spinning. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to figure this out. We need sail frames. 8 of them will do to start with. Right, because that's the minimum we need to get this thing rotating, right? So let's go off of this. There. Oh, cool. You've got like this little Bang, bang, bang. Whoops. This should technically work. It's just not going to be aesthetic. Okay, that's spinning. That works. And then if I right-click it again, that's not going to do anything. Now, can I connect these two blocks? That's probably not going to work. Let's use... Because if I, on the opposite side, if I place logs out... Oh, the logs aren't spinning. Interesting. Because I thought the log should attach to it. Right. I have to think of this differently. What if I... Oh, okay, no, I know how I'm going to do this. I need to make a bearing, mechanical bearing. I need one of these things. Is it one of these things? Yeah, I need one of those. Okay, I figured it out. My brain is working again, guys. I really shouldn't record these episodes that late. Again, because my brain is just not functioning. That legit took me like 20 minutes of sitting there staring at it, being like, why isn't this working? It's because I'm dumb. That's why it's not working. Okay, beautiful. I want, let's say I want a block there. I want the mechanical bearing. Crap, I want it facing down. Mechanical bearing facing down. Cool. That'll be attached to this block. So then once this gets rotational force, it should spin everything with it. And this is going to get rotational force by the windmill bearing that's going to sit on top of it. These are taking forever to break. I need an actual axe. We need better tools, goddammit. I need to make a hatchet. Break that, break that. We'll probably need barrels. The barrels can be attached over here, because if this all works, it'll all spin together. That's that, that's that, that's that. Okay, so we just need to attach now the sails. Wonk. Oh, you're placing the wrong way. Why do you not want to place how I want you to place? Okay, it is working. But only not really. That block's not working. Can I replace that? If I replace that with that slime ball, no. So there is another block I need to use. I think it's called a chassis. Yeah, it's one of these things. Radial chassis. I want to make one of these bad boys. That's why it's not working. So that we can attach everything to it, right? That's how we're going to stick things. That's why the slime ball exists. It's for glue. Do I actually need to make glue? Let's make glue. Iron. Why does it need an iron plate? I've got no iron. Let's hope a slime ball works. If a slime ball doesn't work, I need to come back next episode and do it. I want a radial chassis. Let's make some of those. Yoink. Slime ball should work, hopefully. I need to break that. Radial chassis goes there. And then we're going to go slime ball. Yeah, slime ball there, slime ball there. That makes it sticky. We're going to attach the barrel on this side. And then on this side, it's not actually going to connect again, right? Because there's no block behind it. So I'm going to put another block there. That's going to attach. We're going to break that. Cool. And then we hit right click on U and everything's spinning together. Nice. So now all we need to do is as this spins, it actually isn't done yet because we have no way to access the inventory that's inside of it. But hey, that's a problem for tomorrow, I think, is just put some seeds, words, down, and then this should be harvesting. That was really not that difficult of a contraption, but I am just not smart today, apparently. And I don't have seeds on me, and that requires running. But I'm going to take that as a win, all right? For going into an episode with absolutely zero plan and trying to figure stuff out. I really should plan out these episodes a bit better. But anyways, anyone who's still watching, thanks for watching. Next episode, we're probably going to finish this contraption and then start with some thermal, I think, for some ore processing, and then probably come back to create here and there. I think I'm going to use create for like my farms as much as I can rather than using tech mods. But we'll see how that goes as this series goes on. Anyways, like I said, anyone who's still watching, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one. Peace.